Right. Today I am going to explain new concept, that is asymptotes. I think some of the students know the definition of asymptotes. We have seen definition of this one in the first year trigonometric functions. See the definition of asymptotes. The tangents at the point of infinity of the hyperbola, H stand for hyperbola, is called asymptotes of the hyperbola. First I am explaining about point at infinity. See, curves are two types. There are closed curves, open curves. Circle is closed curve, ellipse is closed curve, parabola and hyperbola are open curves. Closed curves do not have point at infinity, but open curves have point at infinity. This is open curve, point at infinity. Hyperbola has also point at infinity. See, this is graph of tan x. The line x equal to, this is vertical line, this is x equal to pi by 2. This one touches the graph of tan x at this point of infinity. This is called positive point of infinity. This is called negative point of infinity. So, asymptotes of graph of tan x are x equal to pi by 2, x equal to 3 pi by 2, x equal to minus pi by 2 and so on. So, these are asymptotes, particularly vertical asymptotes. So, asymptote means the tangent to the graph at the point of infinity. So, this we cannot see the point at infinity, just we have to imagine that point. Okay. So, clearly vertical asymptotes of graph of tan x are x equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and so on. That is nothing but x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Similarly, see the graph of, this is graph of cot x. Okay. Graph of cot x decreasing in 0 comma pi. So clearly y axis means x equal to 0 touches the graph of cot x at positive point of infinity. Clearly x equal to pi, x equal to 2 pi are also touches the graph of cot x at positive point of infinity, at negative point of infinity. Therefore, graph of asymptotes of graph of cot x are x equal to 0, x equal to pi, x equal to 2 pi and so on. That means x equal to n pi. And moreover, point at infinity. 1 by 0 infinity, 2 by 0 infinity, 3 by 0 infinity. So this is graphical meaning of point at infinity. See the theoretical meaning of point at infinity. Point 1 comma 2, this is x coordinate, y coordinate. If denominator of each coordinate is 0, then that one is called point at infinity. This is theoretical definition of point at infinity. For example, 1 by 0 comma 2 by 0, minus 3 by 0 comma 4 by 0. These are theoretical examples for point at infinity. Okay. See, this is graph of parabola. So these are asymptotes of the hyperbola, because these two lines touches the graph of hyperbola at positive point of infinity and negative point of infinity. So every open curve has asymptotes. So asymptotes means tangents to the curve at the point of infinity. Thus, in this topic, hyperbola has two asymptotes. So this is about the definition of asymptotes and point at infinity. See, first theorem, the equation of asymptotes of hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 or y equal to plus or minus b by a into x, and their combined equation is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. See the proof of this one. In the last week already we had discussed, if y equal to mx plus c tangent of hyperbola, then condition c square equal to a square m square minus b square, and formula for point of contact minus a square m by c comma minus b square by c. Asymptote means tangent to the hyperbola at point of infinity. Point of infinity means denominator of each coordinate is 0. Therefore, c equal to 0. So, from this, when c is 0, a square m square minus b square equal to 0. That one implies m equal to plus or minus b by a. So, by substitute these values in this equation, get y equal to plus or minus b by a into x, because the value of c is 0. Thus, formula for individual equations of asymptotes of standard form of hyperbola are y equal to plus or minus b by ax. On simplifying, get x by a plus y by b equal to 0 and x by a minus y by b equal to 0. Their combined equation is product of these two, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. So, problems based on this one. There will give equation of standard equation of the hyperbola. Can ask what is individual equations of asymptotes and combined equation of the hyperbola. This is formula for individual equations of asymptotes. This is formula for combined equation of asymptotes. So, by heart this one. See, properties of asymptotes. First one, combined equation of asymptotes of hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to any constant, any non-zero constant, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, positive or negative, is also x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. Because, see the proof of this one, we can express this by sending k to left side. This one becomes x square by k a square minus y square by kb square equal to 1. If we treat this one as a square, this one as b square, now this one is in the form of x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. So, from the above, equation of asymptotes of this one is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. Therefore, equation of conjugate hyperbola, x means vertical hyperbola, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to minus 1 is also x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. In the place of k, there is minus 1. See the diagram. This is hyperbola, this is conjugate hyperbola. Hyperbola and conjugate hyperbola has same asymptotes. Next, third property. Asymptotes of the hyperbola are always passes through center of hyperbola. See the diagram. We know that formula for equations of the asymptotes y equal to plus or minus b by ax. These lines are in the form of y equal to mx. Clearly, the line y equal to mx always passes through center of hyperbola. That's why asymptotes of any hyperbola always passes through center of hyperbola. This is actually origin. Center of hyperbola of standard form x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 is origin. These lines always passes through origin. Therefore, asymptotes of any hyperbola always passes through center of hyperbola. Next property. Asymptotes of hyperbola are equally inclined with transverse axis and conjugate axis. Here, transverse axis means x-axis, conjugate axis means y-axis. See the meaning of this one. Asymptotes are equally inclined with the coordinate axis means they make equal angles with the x-axis and y-axis. See, this is y equal to b by ax. Okay. Therefore, slope of this one is b by a. Therefore, this angle is tan inverse of b by a. This angle is tan inverse of minus b by a. Numerically, they are equal. Therefore, these two are equal. Therefore, asymptotes makes equal angle with the transverse axis. Similarly, if this is tan inverse of b by a, this is pi by 2 minus tan inverse of b by a. This is also pi by 2 minus tan inverse of b by a. These two are angles equal. Therefore, these asymptotes makes equal angles with the conjugate axis. So, problems based on this one. Equations of the asymptotes are, they will give equations of the asymptotes. See, they will give equations of the asymptotes. They can ask what is equation of transverse axis and equation of conjugate axis. Clearly, these two angles are same. If this is theta, this is also theta. That means this is angle bisected. This is alpha, this is also alpha. That means these two are angle bisectors of asymptotes. So, problem, they will give equations of the asymptotes. They can ask what is equation of transverse axis, equation of conjugate axis. So in the first, already all of you know the formula for equations of angle bisectors. Formula, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 by root of a1 square plus b1 square equal to plus or minus a2x plus b2y plus c2 by root of a2 square plus b2 square. From that formula, we can find equation of transverse axis, conjugate axis from given equations of the asymptotes. Next property, asymptotes and directrices of any hyperbola intersect on the auxiliary circle of the hyperbola. See, this is hyperbola. Equation of the auxiliary circle formula x square plus y square equal to a square. Meaning of this one, asymptotes and directrices intersect on the auxiliary circle. Means these 4 points are concyclic. See the proof. Clearly, equation of this one is y equal to b by ax. Equation of directrix x equal to a by e. By solving these two, x is a by e. Replace x with a by e. A cancel. B equal to y equal to b by e. Clearly, point of intersection of those two lines is a by e comma b by e. Clearly check, this point satisfies this one. By substitute these two values in this one, a square by a square plus b square by e square. That means a square plus b square by e square. E square formula, a square plus b square by a square. A square plus b square cancel. That is equal to a square. So clearly, this point satisfies the auxiliary circle. Similarly, remaining points, this is minus a by e comma b by e. This is minus a by e comma minus b by e. This is a by e comma minus b by e. Clearly, 4 points satisfies equation of auxiliary circle x square plus y square equal to a square. By heart this one, this is directly problem. Next property, angle between the asymptotes of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 is 2 tan inverse of b by a or 2 secant inverse of e. This is formula for angle between the asymptotes in terms of a and b. This is formula for in terms of e. In some cases we will use this one. In some cases we will use this one. Okay. See the proof of this one. Individual equations of asymptotes of this hyperbola are y equal to b by ax, y equal to minus b by ax. Clearly slopes of the lines are b by a comma minus b by a. m1 is b by a, m2 is minus b by a. Tan theta formula m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. By substitute these two values, therefore theta equal to tan inverse of this one. This is in the form of tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. In first is inverse trigonometric functions formula. Formula for 2 tan inverse x is tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. So from that formula, this is equal to 2 tan inverse of b by e. 2 tan inverse of b by e. So first one completed. Second one. First one to second one, we have to express tan inverse in terms of secant inverse. Tan inverse of b by e. Tan means opposite side by adjacent side. See the right angle triangle. Tan means opposite side by adjacent side, therefore third side root of a square plus b square. From this secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent side, therefore root of a square plus b square by a. So that is nothing but 2 secant inverse of root of a square plus b square by a. Clearly this is formula for eccentricity E. So that is nothing but 2 secant inverse of E. So problems based on this one. Two methods, two problems. First direct problem, they will give equation of the hyperbola, ask angle between the asymptotes. Then in that case, by using the formula 2 tan inverse of b by a, we can find angle between the asymptotes. Reverse problem, angle between the asymptotes is, they will give angle between the asymptotes. They can ask what is eccentricity of hyperbola. In that case, by using this formula, we can find required eccentricity. Next property, the product of the perpendiculars from any point on the hyperbola to its asymptotes is a square b square by a square plus b square. In this case, okay, standard equation of the hyperbola. Any point on the hyperbola means parametric coordinates of the point on the hyperbola a secant theta comma b tan theta. See the meaning of that one. Required is the perpendicular distance from this point to first asymptote and perpendicular distance from this point to second asymptote. Product of their values is a square b square by a square plus b square. Equations of the asymptotes, y equal to plus or minus b by ax. By simplifying, they are bx plus ay equal to 0, bx minus ay equal to 0. Now required is the perpendicular distance from this point to this line and perpendicular distance from this point to that one. Their product is required. Distance from x1 y1 to the line formula modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. From this formula, required, this is required product. This is AB into secant plus tan. This is AB into secant minus tan. Clearly secant plus tan into secant minus tan is secant square minus tan square 1. Therefore clearly this one becomes a square b square by a square plus b square. By heart this one, very important. There is previous mains problem and previous MCET problem based on this one. Problem direct, they will give equation of the hyperbola. What is product of the perpendiculars from any point on the hyperbola to the asymptotes of the given hyperbola? By heart, formula a square b square by a square plus b square. Next property. Area of the triangle formed by the asymptotes and any tangent of the hyperbola. Any tangent of the hyperbola is modulus of AD, because area is always cos 2. Okay, A and B are always cos 2, therefore this is nothing but AB. See, area of the triangle formed by asymptotes. Triangle three sides, two are asymptotes and third one is any tangent of the hyperbola. So for comfort, here I am taking tangent at the vertex of the hyperbola. Now required is this area. One of three vertices clearly origin. Now we have to find these 2 points. Clearly these 2 points are points of intersection of asymptotes and the tangent x equal to a. So by solving, this is y equal to b by ax. This is tangent at vertex x equal to a. By solving these 2 points, clearly this point is a comma b. Similarly this point is a comma minus b. Now area of the triangle formed by 0 comma 0, a comma b and a comma minus b. Formula of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. By using this formula, area of that triangle is AB. By heart this one. Problem direct. They will give equation of the hyperbola, then area of the triangle, etc. Next property. Standard equation of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Send to left side minus 1. Its asymptotes combined equation x square by a square minus y square by b square equation of conjugate hyperbola of this one, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to -1, send to left side +1. Clearly, by observing these three equations, h plus c equal to 2a. See, sum of these two, -1 plus 1 cancel. 2 times of x square by a square minus y square by b square. So clearly, h plus c equal to 2a. That means h, a, c are in AP. Okay. First property of asymptotes. Asymptotes of x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0. And in the place of 1 there is any constant, means asymptotes of x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to any non-zero constant is also x square by a square minus y square by b square. From this we can understand that is difference hyperbola equation equal to some constant into asymptotes equation, or asymptotes equation equal to some constant into hyperbola equation. This principle can apply to only for standard forms, can apply to any hyperbola, general hyperbola. See that's meaning equation of pair of asymptotes and hyperbola different by some constant. Okay, that means if hyperbola is second degree non-homogeneous equation, then asymptotes equation is hyperbola equation plus some constant. Similarly, hyperbola equation equal to asymptotes equation plus some constant. Problems based on this one, two problems. Equation of the hyperbola implies what is equation of the asymptotes, or equation of the asymptotes implies what is equation of the hyperbola. See the working rule of finding asymptotes equation from the equation of hyperbola. If this is hyperbola equation, we can assume equation of the asymptotes is given hyperbola equation plus k. Asymptotes means they are pair of lines. Okay. Second degree non-homogeneous equation represents pair of lines, then formula delta equal to 0. So by using delta equal to 0, get the value of k. That formula for k is delta by h square minus ab. Formula for delta abc plus 2fgh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square. All of you know this one because we have seen this pair of lines represents second degree non-homogeneous equation represents pair of lines, the condition delta equal to 0 in the first topic, pair of straight lines. Therefore, this asymptotes equation becomes up to this hyperbola equation plus k. Formula for k is delta by h square minus ab. So, hyperbola equation implies asymptotes equation, direct formula. Asymptotes equation equal to given hyperbola equation plus delta by h square minus ab. Delta is abc plus 2fgh for given hyperbola. My suggestion, don't by heart this one. Remember the working rule. Given they will give equation of the hyperbola. They can ask what is combined equation of the asymptotes. Working rule. Required asymptotes equation is given hyperbola equation plus k. Now asymptotes means they are pair of lines. So by using delta equal to 0, get the value of constant k. Again by substitute that one in this equation, get the required asymptotes combined equation. So this procedure is best. Don't by heart this one. Similarly, formula for conjugate hyperbola. C stands for conjugate hyperbola. We know that h plus c equal to 2a. From this c equal to 2a minus h. A formula for a is h plus delta by h square minus ab. By substitute this one at this place, the conjugate hyperbola equal to h plus 2 delta by h square minus ab. Here, sorry. Right. H stands for hyperbola equation. So So direct formula for conjugate hyperbola, given hyperbola equation plus 2 delta by h square minus ab. Second model, combined equation of asymptotes implies equation of the hyperbola, but in that case they will give some condition. See, for example, combined equation of asymptotes are given. What is equation of the hyperbola? This is hyperbola implies asymptotes. Now I am explaining working rule of finding hyperbola from asymptotes combined equation. Same hyperbola equation is also given asymptotes equation plus k. But in that case there is some condition, single condition. Hyperbola passes through 1, 2, for example. So by substitute these values in that hyperbola equation, get the unknown value k. Again by substitute in that one, get required hyperbola equation. So this is working rules of finding asymptote implies hyperbola, hyperbola implies asymptote. First, now I am going to explain problems related to the above concept, asymptotes and properties of asymptotes. Before watch this video, all of you must and should write the class notes, and just I am reading the problem. All of you see the class notes while I am reading the problem. Okay? See, first problem. Equation of pair of asymptotes of hyperbola x squared by 9 minus y squared by 5 equal to 1. Direct formula. Equation of asymptotes of x squared by a square minus y squared by b square equal to 1 is x squared by a square minus y squared by b square equal to 0. Second problem. If angle between the asymptotes of hyperbola is 30 degrees, then eccentricity of the hyperbola. Angle between the asymptotes is given. Eccentricity is required. Relation between angle between the asymptotes and eccentricity, theta equal to 2 secant inverse of E. Theta is given, that is 30 degrees. From this, E equal to secant of 15 degrees. Cos 15 degrees value root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Therefore, secant 15 degrees value 2 root 2 by root 3 plus 1. By rationalizing the denominator, get required. See third problem. Angle between the asymptotes of hyperbola x square minus 3y square equal to 1. Equation of hyperbola given, required is angle between the asymptotes. First we have to convert this one into the standard form. This is nothing but x square by 1 minus y square by 1 by 3 equal to 1. Formula for angle between the asymptotes, theta equal to 2 tan inverse of b by a. B value 1 by root 3, a value 1. So tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is 30 degrees into 2, 60 degrees. Next problem, fourth one. The product of the perpendiculars from any point on the hyperbola x square minus y square equal to 8. There is direct formula for product of the perpendiculars, that is a square b square by a square plus b square. Convert this one into the standard form by dividing with 8. This is nothing but x squared by 8 minus y squared by 8 equal to 1. Here a square value 8, b square is also 8. By substitute get required product. Next important one, fifth one. Equation of asymptotes of hyperbola 6x square plus 13xy plus 6y square minus 7x minus 8y minus 26 equal to 0. Equation of the hyperbola given, equation of the asymptotes required, working rule, difference of any hyperbola and thus asymptotes combined equation is always constant. Therefore, required asymptotes equation equal to given hyperbola equation plus k. Asymptotes means pair of lines. This second degree non-homogeneous equation represents a pair of lines. Condition delta equal to 0. By using delta equal to 0, we can find the value of k. Again, by substitute that one in this one, get the required asymptotes combined equation. See, sixth one, equation of the hyperbola passing through the point 2, 3 and has asymptotes whose individual equations 4x plus 3y minus 7 equal to 0, x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. See the given. Individual equations of asymptotes of the hyperbola are given. Hyperbola passing through the point 2, 3. Required is equation of the hyperbola. So first to combined equation of the asymptotes is the product of the given two equations. Asymptotes is 4x plus 3y minus 7 into x minus 2y minus 1. Therefore, required hyperbola equation equal to asymptotes combined equation plus k. And given that this hyperbola passing through the point 2, 3. By substitute these two values in this equation, get the unknown value k. Again by substitute in this place, get required hyperbola equation. Seventh problem. If a hyperbola has one focus at origin and eccentricity root 2 and directrix equation x plus y plus 1 equal to 0, then equation of combined equation of asymptotes is, see, focus, eccentricity, directrix of the hyperbola are given, equation of asymptotes is required. From this data first we can find equation of the hyperbola by using hyperbola condition. Sp equal to E into Pm implies Sp square equal to E square into Pm square. By substitute these three, get hyperbola equation. Now required is asymptotes equation is hyperbola equation plus k. Again asymptotes means pair of lines, second degree non-homogeneous equation represents a pair of lines, condition delta equal to 0. By using delta equal to 0 we can find the value of k. Next, 8th problem. If 3x minus 4y minus 1 equal to 0, 4x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0 are asymptotes of the hyperbola, then equations of transverse and conjugate axis. So these are, see, these are asymptotes equation. Asymptotes equation of the hyperbola are given. Required transverse axis and conjugate axis. Already I told. Transverse and conjugate axis are angle bisectors of the angles between the asymptotes. So formula a1x plus b1y plus c1 by root of a1 square plus b1 square equal to plus or minus a2x plus b2y plus c2 by root of a2 square plus b2 square. So plus case one of the transverse axis and conjugate axis, minus case other conjugate axis or transverse axis. Next problem, see 9th one. If these three problems, advanced problems, see 9th one. If angle between the asymptotes of this hyperbola is 120 degrees and product of the perpendiculars drawn from foci to any tangent is 9, then what is locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents of the hyperbola? So in this problem there are three concepts involving three concepts. See first one, angle between the asymptotes of the hyperbola is 120 degrees. Formula for angle between the asymptotes of the hyperbola, theta equal to 2 tan inverse of b by a. From this the value of b by a is root 3. Theta 120 by 2, 60, tan 60 degrees value root 3. Next, see this 9 value. This is product of the perpendiculars from foci to any tangent formula b square. Last week already we have discussed it. Therefore, indirectly the value of b square is given, that is 9. Therefore, b value 3, when b is 3, then a is root 3. Thus we have two values a and b. Now required is locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents of the hyperbola. That is directed circle. Formula for equation of the directed circle of the hyperbola is x square plus y square equal to a square minus b square. By substitute these a and b values get required. See next 10th problem. Asymptotes of the hyperbola having center at the point 1, 2 are parallel to the two lines 2x plus 3y equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y equal to 0, and hyperbola passes through the point 5, 3. Then equation of the hyperbola is, see one more time given. Center of hyperbola is given, that is 1, 2. Next, asymptotes are, see this is not x-axis and y-axis, rough diagram. Okay. Center of the hyperbola is 1, 2. Asymptotes are parallel to the lines 2x plus 3y equal to 0, 3x plus 2y equal to 0. Line parallel to 2x plus 3y equal to 0 is 2x plus 3y plus k equal to 0. Third property of asymptotes are always passes through center of the hyperbola. So this asymptote is parallel to 2x plus 3y equal to 0 and passing through 1, 2. Parallel to this one means we can assume that one has 2x plus 3y plus k equal to 0. Always passes through 1, 2. By substitute these two values in this one, value of k is minus 2. Similarly, second asymptote parallel to this one passing through this point, that is 3x plus 2y minus 7 equal to 0. Now we have two asymptotes and hyperbola point on the hyperbola. Now required is equation of the hyperbola. So combined equation of the asymptotes is 2x plus 3y minus 8 into 3x plus 2y minus 7. So hyperbola equation is asymptotes equation plus some constant k. Now, and also given that hyperbola is always passes to the point 5, 3. So, by substitute 5, 3 coordinates in this one, get the value of k. That is required hyperbola equation. See next problem. Eccentricity of hyperbola 3x square plus 7xy plus 2y square minus 11x minus 7y plus 10 equal to 0. This is very important model for both mains and advanced. Generally, second degree non-homogeneous equation of the hyperbola implies eccentricity of the hyperbola. See, this is hyperbola equation. Therefore, asymptotes equation is hyperbola equation plus some constant k. There is formula for angle between the asymptotes of the hyperbola. There is formula for, in the first pair of straight lines topic, angle between the lines ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 is theta, then tan theta formula 2 root of h square minus ab by a plus b. A is 3, b is 2, h value is 7 by 2. By substitute these two values, that is equal to 1, means theta is 45. And again in this topic, angle between the asymptotes in terms of E formula, theta equal to 2 secant inverse of E. So theta is 45 degrees by 2 22.5 degrees. Therefore the value of E is secant 22.5 degrees. All of you know the value of cos 22.5, that is root of root 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Therefore, E is root of 2 root 2 by root 2 plus 1. By rationalizing the denominator, get required optionals. So, this is about asymptotes of the hyperbola completed. Very important note. Before watching this video, all of you must and should complete the class notes and all of you must and should see the class notes while I am explaining each and every one. Okay. So today's homework, complete the problems related to asymptotes in level 1 and level 2.